What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and jump all over these topics. So I want to talk about this meeting that Al Sharpton had with the CEO of Target, Brian Cornell. So Target actually requested to meet with Al Sharpton after so many civil rights groups urged many consumers not to shop at Target because of the fact that they rolled back their DEI. Now, according to the publication, Al did not personally call for a Target boycott, but he did support other individuals that said that they weren't going to shop at Target anymore because they rolled back their DEI. Now, Al wants to know, why in the hell did Target change their position all of a sudden because of the election, when back in 2020 they were all about George Floyd and things of that nature? Now, what's interesting about all of this, Al did say that he would consider calling for a boycott if the company did not reaffirm their commitment to the black community. So this past Thursday, Al and Cornell met in NYC, and according to Al, they had a candid and constructive conversation, but he wasn't willing to tell the public what they actually discussed. But he did say that he was going to talk to his allies, in particular Pastor Jamal Bryant, because Pastor Jamal Bryant actually called for a Target boycott about a month ago.
I am calling for a 40-day fast from Target. Target, how dare you insult and in the face of black people?
So Al says that he wanted to meet with the CEO just to see what he had to say. And my question to Al is, why are we begging? Why are we begging to get in their good graces when they didn't call you or any other black leader to have a conversation before they rolled back DEI? They just did it, right? They just did it. It is what it is. They have a right to do it. It's their business, and we have a right to choose to shop somewhere else. It's just plain and simple. And let me say this, I don't care who you call. You can call Pastor Jamal Bryant. You can call Pastor John P. Key. I don't care who you call, because you can tell them what you think that y'all should do collectively, but you don't have any control over me and people who share the same ideology as I do. We're going to do exactly what we want to do. Now, I'm not one of those individuals that are going to tell black people not to shop at Target. Listen, because I'm in control of my finances and what the hell I want to do with them, right? So, and I just think it's so weak that you're sitting up there begging this man to change his policy so you can feel comfortable with shopping at their stores. I just don't understand that ideology whatsoever, but go ahead and do you and I'll do me. Because the issue is the fact that Target is feeling that plummet. They are plummeting in sales, and they're not seeing that store traffic like they used to because people are standing on business, right? And it's just not black people, it's white people too. Let's include them. It's Asians too. It's Mexicans too. Everybody is coming together as we should. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it alone and let Al continue to beg. All right, so let's move along, and I want to talk about Wallo. So Wallo has a podcast with Gilly the Kid called $1 Million Worth of Game, I believe it's called. If it's not the actual name of it, that's what it is today, okay? So basically, he was at a conference talking to a bunch of entrepreneurs, and people are just giving him the side eye because what he said sounded anti-black to a lot of people. I want to play this clip, and then I'll be back.
I'm black. No black people. Nobody gives a about that. Kill that shit. Either you got a good business or you don't. All that shit, don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material your shit good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people? No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah. About what color you is. I'm gonna spend my money. That paper, I'm gonna spend them millions where the fuck I want to spend it at. Whether it's Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini, I'm gonna do what I want to do while I'm here. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, I ain't gonna be finessed off some black shit. But one thing about it, 70% of you is not going to make it. I'm not no fake motivational speaker that talk this dumb shit. I'm the #1 country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions, and I make millionaires, baby. You understand?
Now, I will say I don't know if this is a direct response to all of the backlash he's been receiving, but he did post this morning on Instagram on his story. He says, the internet will have you believing it's 10 times better than you, what you have. Your life is someone's dream life at Wallo. So I don't know if that was a direct response to all of it, but it seems as though that he could have been throwing shade to all of the backlash that he's been receiving. But anyway, here's my thoughts on what he had to say. Now listen, I think that he's a little bit out of touch, right? Now I know that he has a very, very interesting story. It's very inspiring. He was locked up for many years. He came out of prison, hooked up with his boy Gilly the Kid. Then they signed this $100 million contract with the devil, and who knows, it could have been at the expense of Gillie the Kid's son's life, allegedly. But that's dirty money to me. If he's happy that he's a millionaire off of the money that he's making and who he got it from, Dave Portnoy, we'll go ahead and go off, because I don't want it. Because trust me when I tell you, what Dave Portnoy stands for, I'm pretty sure that Gillie the Kid and Wallo did something very nefarious for that deal. But anyway, let me just say this. I understand that you don't have to shop with a black-owned restaurant or shop with a black-owned business and things of that nature because it's black. But I will say that as a people, we don't give our own people enough grace. We don't give us enough trial and error to actually mess up and to get better at what we're trying to perfect. And another thing we don't understand is the simple fact that we don't have access to capital and loans like other people do. You just can't walk into a bank and get a loan like that. It's a very, very tricky situation, and they're going to take you through the ringer just for you to get approved. You can have a 800 credit score, and they're going to try to find something to ding you with to not approve you for that loan. Or if you get a loan, the interest rate is sky high. And another thing I want to add is the fact that we don't support each other enough, because somebody can have a business and post it on their Facebook page or Instagram page, and we'll sit back and won't even share it. We'll sit back and just look at it and keep on scrolling, because some of us have that idea, or that ideology rather, that, hey, I don't want nobody to get ahead of me. Get it on your own, right? So we have something going on with us internally that we need to fix as well. Now, to Wallo's credit, I don't know if there's any more to the story. Somebody could have just taken that portion of the actual conference and posted it, and maybe he cleaned it up with some of the things that I had to say, but I don't see him coming out trying to defend himself in that manner and saying, hey, listen, that's not all I said. There's more to it after you saw and heard what you heard. But it may be just, it is what it is. But I just want to say, just give us a little bit more grace. Show compassion for one another. You don't have to take crap over and over, but don't be so quick to give up on us so fast, all right? But anyway, let's move along, and I want to talk about Nene Leakes, right? Because Nene Leakes has premiered her show on YouTube, and her first guest was Latasha Scott, formerly of Escape, and so many people were giving Nene Leakes bad reviews for her interviewing skills, and it's not looking good because it's getting nasty all over social media. So I decided to want to share with you all this one clip that I saw as it pertains to Nene Leakes' interview with Latasha Scott. And so let me play it for you here, and I'll be back.
Ain't no way Nene Leakes done sat around with no job for the last, 3-4 years now, and come to YouTube with such amateur interviewing skills like what I just witnessed. Man, I didn't even make it through 10 minutes. I don't know if y'all saw that interview that she did with Latasha from Escape, but baby, there is a 0% chance she did any type of prep work whatsoever. Her questions look like this. Hey, welcome to the show. Latasha Scott, is it? You're in the group SWV? Oh, no. Total, no. Escape. Yes, Escape. I've heard of that group. That group, that's the group with Candy Burris, isn't it? Yeah, so, how was that with being in that group? How long were you in the group? Was that group successful? Y'all, 0 out of 10 don't recommend.
All right, so you guys just heard all of that. And so listen, for those of you who saw it, do you feel the way that she does? Because there's a lot of people all over those TikTok streets that are dragging Nene by her nostrils, saying that she just wasn't prepared. Now, I'm going to give her grace. I believe that was her first interview that she did as being the host on YouTube. If I'm mistaken, drop down in the comments and correct me, but she could have got just a little bit nervous. It happens, we're human, and things like that. And maybe, just maybe, she's trying to implement this new style of interviewing. It could be possible, right? She want to do things her way and do them differently. But anyway, let's move along, because I want to talk about Diddy, and Diddy is the last topic of this video. And basically, Diddy wants Cassie's book that she written about him, and also Diddy wants her bank statements. So on March 19th of this year, Diddy sent her a subpoena and he was asking her to turn over all of her draft memoirs, autobiographies, narratives, diaries, journals, and notes, and any communication about plans to publish or threaten to publish such documents and things like that. So we know that's what Cassie was using to get that $30 million out of Diddy. She was saying that she was going to put this book out, but Diddy said, I can buy the rights to the book, and the offer was $30 million, which Cassie actually settled for. Well, the thing about it is that Diddy backed out on the deal, right? And so Cassie ended up switching lawyers, and then that lawyer said that putting out a book on Diddy was no longer important to Cassie and that they were filing a civil suit. And so eventually, when Cassie filed that civil suit, that is when Diddy actually coughed up that settlement. And so now Cassie wants to put out this book on Diddy or whatever the case may be, because he backed out of the deal initially when she had a different lawyer, and when she obtained a new lawyer, that whatever they agreed to with the old lawyer shouldn't even matter now. It shouldn't even stand. So she should be able to put out this book on Diddy, because how she obtained the actual settlement came from a civil suit and not the fact that he wanted to buy the rights to the book that she was going to write on him, if that makes sense. So Diddy is trying to stop it all. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go right here. I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about everything I discussed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Peace.